Hello everyone. In this video we'll talk about the cubital fossa. So to begin with, I've already drawn it for you here and I labeled this is the lateral side, this is the medial side. We have a medial border, we have a lateral border, and then we have a superior border over here. So superior. Okay, what you need to know, this is basically the medial side and this is the lateral side. And we also have a floor over here. We'll label each one as we go through the cubital fossa itself. And if you've already noticed, we have this mnemonic written over here. Really need beer to be at my nicest. So again, with a beer mnemonic. I think it's quite a trend over here. So how does this mnemonic work? It's not usually a mnemonic that's used by a lot of people, but basically, really need R and N is the radial nerve. So radial. The one that we made a video about yesterday for the brachial plexus, radial nerve. Beer 2 is biceps tendon. And B at is brachial artery. So brac A, you get the gist of it. My nicest is median nerve. So what's the most medial structure inside the cubital fossa? Is the median nerve. What's the most lateral structure in the cubital fossa? It's the radial nerve because of really need. So I think it's already good with the mnemonic so far. It makes a lot of sense. The more you study it and the more you repeat it, you will actually stop needing the mnemonic. So the mnemonics is a good thing to start with, but as you go on, you will remember them in order, like by just remembering what the cubital fossa is in general. So we have the median nerve here. It's number 1 from this side. We have the brachial artery here from this side. We have the biceps tendon, number 3, from this side. And then we have the radial nerve here, from here, number 4. So, as you can see, that's basically everything except the borders, which is the thing that you need the most. So for the medial border, it's pronator teres. And for the lateral border, it's brachyradialis. The cool thing about this, the pronator teres is anterior forearm muscle, but the brachyradialis is a posterior forearm muscle, so you need to be careful about that. And the floor is formed by 2 muscles. You have brachialis and supinator. Again, brachialis is an anterior arm muscle, not a forearm muscle, but the supinator is a posterior forearm muscle. So we have basically a lateral border muscle, a medial border muscle, and 2 muscles which make the floor. So basically 4 muscles in total. And last but not least, what forms the lateral and the medial, between the lateral and the medial borders? What makes the superior border? It is imaginary line. So basically it's an imaginary dotted line which joins the medial epicondyle with the lateral epicondyle. It joins them together and then you have the 2 muscles making it here. So this line actually doesn't exist, but it was like made by anatomists to make it easier and to make it like a triangular shape. So it's the dotted line or the imaginary line connecting the lateral epicondyle with the medial epicondyle. If you know something about the medial epicondyle, it's the funny bone where the ulnar nerve goes under it, so it doesn't go in between the cubital fossa. And for the, what do you call it? The lateral epicondyle, the radial nerve goes above it and then enters the cubital fossa. So that's everything about it. So ulnar nerve is not one of the contents of the cubital fossa. And that's basically everything that you need to know about the cubital fossa. Some of the questions that they may ask you is, what's the medial border? You already have it. What's the floor? You have it. What's the lateral border? You have it. What are the contents? And sometimes they might ask you, what's the second content from the medial side? So you have it here. It's the brachial artery. So you have the mnemonic to help you as well if you don't want to memorize it. One other question that might be asked, which nerve is injured that is the closest to the biceps tendon? They might like bring it like twist the question in a bit. So which one is closer to the biceps tendon, the median nerve or the radial? Obviously the radial nerve. So I think that's basically everything that you need to know about the cubital fossa. Maybe if you wanted to be in more detail, the radial nerve here is not actually the radial nerve, but it's the superficial branch of the radial nerve because it divides into a superficial one and a deep one. But that's not really important. Just knowing that it's the radial nerve is more than enough as well. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you have any other doubt or a video that you want me to make a video about, feel free to comment down below. It's been with you, the Anatomy Man, and see you later.